If you are over 50 years old, listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you now. There are habits you might be repeating every day, and they are literally accelerating your muscle loss, constantly weakening your body, increasing your risk of chronic pain and physical dependence in the coming years. And the worst part, you think you are doing everything right in your daily routine. Today, I will show you the 5 most dangerous mistakes that lead you to sarcopenia. And if you ignore this, the price will come sooner than you think. Stay until the end, because you will know exactly what not to do after 50. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of muscle mass, strength, and function that happens with aging. And it is not optional. If you don't fight it, it progresses. It affects your mobility, balance, posture, and even your independence. Now let's go to the mistakes that are bringing you closer to sarcopenia. Habit 1. Training with the wrong mindset. This is by far the most common mistake of those who return to training after 50, and one of the most dangerous. You enter the gym, but with the wrong mindset. Many people start exercising at this stage of life with a generic goal: improve health, gain energy, move more. But the truth is that this is not enough. This does not motivate anyone, and especially, this does not build muscle. You are not going for a walk. You are not going to burn energy. You are going to fight sarcopenia, muscle loss, chronic pain, fragility. And if you are not clear about this, you will keep repeating the same workout as always, at the same pace, with the same mistakes, and the same weakened body. After 50, you need to train with a clear purpose: gain functional muscle mass. That means more strength, more stability, more joint protection, more autonomy in daily life. But this does not happen with light, random training done out of obligation. Weight training must be treated as part of your preventive treatment, or better, as your greatest investment in quality of life. So, the first turning point is this: stop training just to maintain. Start training to evolve. And evolving means following a plan. A workout divided by muscle groups with adequate volume, progressive overload, controlled rest time, and correct execution. There is no miracle, but there is science. And science says the body responds to the right stimulus, even after 50, even after 60. Muscle has no age. What ages is your behavior pattern. Training consciously is choosing to live better. And here is a warning. If your workout is easy, if you finish without sweating, if you talk more than you perform, you are not training. You are fooling yourself. And do you know what happens when we deceive ourselves? The body pays the price. Knee pain comes, the shoulder starts failing, the lower back complains. It's not the age's fault, it's the lack of the right stimulus. Habit 2. Neglecting protein intake. You can train with discipline. You can do all the right exercises. You can even sleep well. But if your protein intake is low, you are sabotaging all your effort. And here is a fact that few people told you. After 50, your body has more difficulty absorbing and using the protein you consume. In other words, what was enough before is no longer enough now. With aging, metabolism changes. Appetite often decreases. Digestion slows down. And then what happens? The person keeps eating the same or even less than before, thinking this is normal, that it is because of age, when in fact they are living with a silent nutritional deficiency that accelerates sarcopenia. You need to understand, muscle needs protein every day in adequate amounts and distributed throughout the day. Without it, there is no hypertrophy, no muscle recovery, no strength gain. You know that lunch with rice, beans, and a small piece of meat? Or that breakfast with bread and black coffee? That doesn't even support your basal metabolism, let alone your active musculature. You need to hit the daily protein target. And that target is not low. The minimum recommended for those who want to preserve and gain muscle mass at this stage of life is 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. If you weigh 70 kilos, we're talking about 140 grams of protein per day. It's not all in one meal. It's divided. Breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, supper. And what are the best sources? Eggs, complete, affordable, high biological value. Lean meats, beef, pork, chicken, fish, sardines, tuna, salmon, tilapia. Whey protein, an excellent ally for supplementing meals. Whole natural yogurt, white cheeses, tofu, good options for variety. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas, combined with cereals, they improve the amino acid profile. But here's the most important point. Don't think protein is only for those who want to get strong. Protein is for those who want to walk steadily, get up from a chair without pain, avoid falling, reduce inflammation, speed up healing, maintain autonomy. And there are still people who say, but I'm afraid of overdoing protein, it's bad for the kidneys. Let's be clear. What harms the kidneys is a sedentary lifestyle, excess sugar, alcohol, visceral fat. What's good for your muscles and your health as a whole is making sure you have the raw material for muscle reconstruction. Habit 3, not doing multi-joint exercises. This habit is one of the big hidden villains for those who train after 50. And amazingly, many people believe they are doing the right thing. The mistake starts with the choice of exercises. Only machines, all seated, all isolated. Biceps here, triceps there, a leg extension machine, and done. Workout complete. But here's the truth few dare to say. This kind of training may even seem comfortable, but it doesn't deliver real results. If you really want to strengthen your body, if you want to build functional muscle, improve balance, prevent falls, and maintain independence, then you need to include multi-joint exercises, also known as compound exercises, in your training. These are movements that involve more than one joint and work several muscle groups at the same time. Want some examples? Squat bench press, bent over row, overhead press, deadlift, dips, pull down. And do you know what all these have in common? They activate much more muscle, require more coordination, generate more calorie burn, more hormonal release, more stimulus for the body to evolve. That's what your body needs at this stage of life. But then comes the classic excuse. I have knee pain. I can't squat. I have shoulder pain. I can't do bench press. I have a hernia. I can't do deadlifts. I understand. The pain is real, but it's not a sign to quit. It's a sign to adjust. You don't have to eliminate the movement. You need to adapt it. Squat with a smaller range of motion. Do bench press with dumbbells. Do deadlifts with a hex bar. Work on mobility. Improve technique. Reduce the load. What you can't do is ignore the movements that build a real body, because multi-joint exercises aren't just for getting strong. They serve to give you a foundation. They're the ones that improve your posture, your reaction time, your ability to climb stairs without holding onto the handrail, to carry groceries without hurting your lower back, to get up from the floor with confidence. That's what separates an active body from a vulnerable body. A workout based only on machines may seem safer, but in the long run, it doesn't prepare your body for the real world. And here's a simple rule. The more muscles you activate in a single exercise, the more anabolic stimulus you generate. And that, after 50, is gold. There's no point in looking for a new exercise, social media trend, or complicated variation. Go back to the basics. Do it well. Progress slowly. And see how your body reacts. Habit 4. Sleeping badly and not recovering. You can train properly, eat right, follow everything to the letter, but if you don't sleep well, your body won't respond. Period. After 50, sleep becomes even more important. Because the body doesn't regenerate during training, it regenerates while you sleep. It is during deep sleep that your body releases hormones responsible for muscle rebuilding, hormonal balance, inflammation reduction, and metabolic cleansing. Without this, you're always in emergency repair mode, never in growth mode. And let's be realistic. Lots of people over 50 sleep poorly and think it's normal. They wake up several times at night, have trouble falling asleep, sleep less than 6 hours, and wake up already tired. And this becomes a routine. But here's the problem. Poor sleep not only prevents you from gaining muscle mass, it brings you closer to pain, fatigue, irritability, anxiety, and stagnation. You start needing more coffee to function. Training becomes less effective. The body hurts more. Immunity drops. And then the vicious cycle begins. You feel bad, train less, sleep worse, and fade away without noticing. Now listen clearly to what I'm going to say. Those who sleep badly age faster. Those who sleep badly do not recover. And without recovery, there is no building. So, if you take your training seriously, if you want real results, if you want to live with energy, you need to put sleep at the top of your priorities. And here, I'm not talking about sleeping anytime. I'm talking about quality, deep, restorative sleep. Some simple habits change everything. Have a fixed time to sleep and wake up. Avoid screens, phone, TV, computer, at least 1 hour before bed. Have a light dinner rich in protein and complex carbohydrates. Reduce caffeine after 3 p.m. Create a dark, quiet, and cool environment. If you frequently have trouble sleeping or waking up, see a doctor. It could be apnea or hormonal dysfunction. Don't ignore it. Sleep is your natural anabolic. It's what transforms all your effort into results. You don't need to train more, eat more, supplement more. If your sleep is bad, none of that will help. And more. Restorative sleep improves your response to pain, stress, and physical effort. You wake up with more energy, clearer mind, and more willpower. And that, after 50, is what puts you ahead. Don't treat sleep as a detail. Treat it as a priority. Because a well-trained body without sleep is like a machine without maintenance. It might work for a while, but it will break. Habit 5. Avoiding weight training out of fear or misinformation. If there is one habit that destroys your chance to evolve, it's this: staying still out of fear, misinformation, or believing you're too old. How many times have you heard or even said this? Weight training isn't for me. I'm too old for that. I'm going to end up getting injured. I just want to walk and stretch, that's enough. Weight training is for young people bodybuilders. This kind of thinking keeps thousands of people over 50 living with pain, weakness, fear of falling, and loss of autonomy. And all this could be avoided with a simple step. Start training with guidance. Weight training is not about aesthetics. Weight training is not vanity. Weight training is a therapeutic, preventive, and vital tool. It is the only type of exercise capable of slowing muscle loss, increasing bone density, strengthening joints, improving insulin sensitivity, correcting posture, relieving chronic pain, raise self-esteem, and rebuild your independence. That's right. Strength training rebuilds what age tries to take away. And here's the blunt truth. If you don't do strength training, you're aging faster. You're becoming more fragile. You're missing out on building the only thing that will protect you down the road: active and functional muscle. And if you feel fear, understand that fear is just a call for preparation. It's not to avoid. It's to respect the process, learn, adapt, and start consciously. No one starts squatting with a barbell. No one starts doing heavy bench presses. You start with your body, the basics, the technique. And with consistency, you keep progressing. The body learns. The muscles respond. The pain decreases. The strength returns. Now, if you choose to stay still, then yes, you are putting yourself at risk. Because a sedentary lifestyle is the real aggressor. It weakens everything: muscle, bone, heart, lungs, mind, and more. Avoid comparing your body with younger people's. The reference isn't someone else. The reference is yourself, 6 months from now. How you want to be at 60, at 70, healthy, autonomous, with good posture, strength. Believe me, it's never too late to start. But it can be too late if you keep staying still. Find a good professional. Set up an individualized workout. With care, adaptation, frequency. Now that you understand the 5 habits that destroy your strength and accelerate sarcopenia, the decision is in your hands. Fixing these mistakes doesn't require perfection. It requires commitment. It doesn't matter how long you've been inactive. What matters is what you're going to do from now on. Start however you can, but start. And if this content opened your eyes, share it with those who need it. Leave your comment below and come back often. Because here, we speak the truth, with purpose, to see you stronger, healthier, and in control of your progress.